tērā whenua, Michelle Bachelet, ko tāna kōrero I runga te pauaka whakaata, ai roto I te reo Pākehā. The forces of nature have hurt our country greatly. We are now having to face adversity and stand again. Nā ko te wā tuarua, pēr tēnei, ei pā mai tēnei āhuatanga kia Chile, konei te aroha atu kia rātau o tira ki te ao whānui tonu, I te mea, I hari te mea, ko rātau ana ki rongo nei, ei te mataku, I te mamai, engari ko te ao whānui tonu. Nā runga I tērā whakaro, e mihi atu nā kia rātau, me te kia atu, Chile, kia kaha, kia toa, kia manawa nui, aha kua tēnei taumahatanga, me kaha nei koutou, kia puta ki te whai iau, ki te ao mārama. Kia ora tātou.
The Honourable Peter Dunn.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of United Future, I want to join with others who have expressed sympathy to the government and the people of Chile in the sad loss of life and destruction of infrastructure that occurred in the wake of the Concepcion earthquake on the 27th of February. And Mr Speaker, there was a timely reminder to all of us in this earthquake-prone country of the devastation that natural forces can wreak and of the consequences of those for the affected populations. And the way in which the world responds to those situations reinforce for us not only our commitment to be a good international citizen and play our part, but also the reality that when the time comes, and it is this country that is on the receiving end of the disaster, we will be similarly grateful for the level of international aid that has been provided in the case of Chile to help our country recover should we ever be so afflicted. Mr Speaker, I want to acknowledge too the work of the New Zealand civil defence authorities in the wake of the tsunami warning. I want to acknowledge the work of Radio New Zealand, which demonstrated the value and worth of having a quality public broadcaster in terms of the work that it did in keeping New Zealanders informed of the threat and the risk and the steps that needed to be taken to make sure we were well prepared. While Chile is 11 hours flight away and many thousands of kilometres of ocean away, the fact that the tsunami spread so quickly, even though it wasn't of a great height when it got here, reinforced our vulnerability and our link to those people. So, Mr Speaker, I join with others in expressing condolence and sympathy to those who have lost loved ones in this tragedy, but I also want to acknowledge the work of our emergency services in helping make sure that this country was able to respond in the event that the disaster struck here as well.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary opinion, no. The ayes have it. Materia Tude.
Thank you, sir. I seek leave, sir, to move a motion without notice about the arrest of New Zealand anti-whaling activist Peter Bethune by the Japanese authorities.
Leave is sought for that course of action. Is there any objection? There is objection. Are there any petitions?